Hello dear friends, you are on Melonfonk channel. In this video I will show you the best maps in Melon Playground. But before I start the video I want to say a huge thank you to these guys for not getting into my video, and if you want to get into my next video then fulfill very simple conditions. First, you need to subscribe to my channel. Second, you need to be sure to put a like under this video. Third, write a cool comment of 3 words or more so you can be in my next video. Well, I won't waste your time and have fun watching. So, dear friends, today I have collected for you the most interesting maps that I managed to find. All these maps I will give a personal assessment of recommendations, whether you should download these maps or not. Let's move on to the first map, which I'm insanely impressed with. I like it a lot and I even use it everywhere in my videos. It's a railroad map. In general, the idea and the essence of this map is absolutely clear, simple, and at the same time it's insanely cool looking, for real. First of all, it's done properly in parallax, meaning the background moves separately from the trains. Yes, the trains aren't working, it's just a background, but it all works visually insanely beautifully. It's missing a little bit of like detail and, I don't know, I'd add some fog, because right now it looks very contrasty. I mean, I wish the trees were more blurry in the background, the grass was less dense like we see now on this background, but this map is still insanely cool. Maybe I'd add some hills and basically make it longer, but it's still a very cool job anyway, guys. I want you to realize that. Maybe it would be nice to make some station. This is again for the author. If you're watching me, buddy, you're doing great anyway. It's a very cool map. Anyway, I recommend everyone to download this map. I give it all 10 points. But if the author, you hear me, make the grass less dense, make the trees more blurry, you can do it with a blur by Gaussian, maybe change the light a little bit. In general, you just need to play with the effects. It's very important, because it affects the atmosphere very much. Also, maybe I'd draw some kind of station where these trains come in. But again guys, this is my personal recommendation. In general, the map still deserves 10 points. I recommend you all download this map, because it is insanely cool and very beautiful, but personally it seems to me. Your opinion, of course, leave it in the comments. I'll be very interested to know what you think about it. And let's go to the next map. The next map is Lava Map. And I was honestly expecting it to be really one of the most beautiful and cool maps that is still present in the workshop, basically, that I could find, but the map turned out to be much worse than my expectations. And you can notice right now that it is actually uncomfortable to be in it, perhaps because the background is too dark and as if it does not contrast with the main surfaces on which the NPCs stand. This creates some uncomfortable feeling and perhaps it played such a negative effect. Secondly, the textures, as far as I am concerned, are of very low quality, which in absolutely no way fit neither the atmosphere nor the ambient Melon Playground. Yes, still the author is good and he probably tried hard, but something did not work out in it. Perhaps somewhere wrong color balance, wrong lighting, and yes, and parallax, you can see, suffers a lot. Something in general with the map is wrong, and it is as if it was made hastily. That is, the man threw textures, but how to apply these textures, he did not really think and he did not really get it. But this is just my opinion, the map is still not bad. I would not say that it is terrible. You can see that the author tried on the detailing. We see in the lava itself, in the first lava is made with the help of acid and accordingly it is not quite lava, but still it is already a limitation of the mechanics and here we cannot do anything. But in any case there are minuses that can and should be worked on. In general, the lava itself I would make it on the texture darker. It is done with the help of texture and first of all the texture on the background should be much darker than it is, so that the lava seemed more spectacular. My recommendation to download this map or not, it's up to you. I would not really waste time and money on it, but in general 5 points out of 10, this map clearly deserves, not all that bad. But of course leave your opinion in the comments. Let's move on to the next map. By the way, guys, I want to remind you that now my work is available in Workshop, really absolutely all my maps, NPCs, and so on, everything that I will conceive in my head and eventually realize, all these works will be published on my Workshop page. To the topic page just write the name of my channel, search Workshop, enter just Melonfonk. Right now there are 3 of my NPCs available in the Workshop. They are chili peppers, potatoes and marshmallows. All of these are good quality pieces and you won't regret in any way the purchase. This is a great way to support my channel, as all the Mels will go towards content creation anyway. Well, if you don't want to buy my works, just give them a like and add them to your favorites. I will be very pleased. Well, thank you very much, and let's move on to the maps. The next map, I was amazed, and it's a lab. In general, I'm just amazed about the detail and in principle about the quality of work. Yes, somewhere there are small minuses, for example the capsule, as for me a little because of the possible stroke looks strange, because the stroke is black, well, and we know that the capsule should be glass. But this is again super picky. In any case, the map is as cool as possible, detailed. There are a lot of references we see here in syringes, all those capsules, chairs. In general, really the background in the map is very beautiful and the author has tried over the effects, tried over the texture. In fact, here and do not need any parallax, it's just a beautiful good sensible map where you can really have a good time and it will be a great way to replace the usual standard boring textures. I give this map 10 points, everything here is very good. Your opinion of course write in the comments and let's move on to the next map. The next map made me a little sad, because it's all basically a copied and downloaded background from the internet and basically integrated into the mod edit the game itself. I wouldn't want to give it a high score here, because everything is insanely boring and everything is honestly so-so. Well, I'd probably give it a 4 at best, guys. I think you'll agree with me, because the map is narrow, there's no references. It's super casual and the stolen textures from the internet don't impress me, to be honest. I think you will agree with me, so here I will not even sharpen all the attention, just the author in principle well done for what realized this idea, that is, he thought of it in the first place himself, and in general I do not judge, still well done for the fact that generally try to do something. But 4 points is the maximum that I can put this map, and let's move on to the next map. The next map is an improved acid map. In general, I thought it would be much cooler, because again the picture impressed me a lot. I downloaded it to the workshop, I want to show it to you. Overall the expectations were again higher than it actually turned out to be. The map is not particularly high quality. Believe me, absolutely everyone, if you give a little effort, will draw the same thing. There is no parallax as such here, and therefore the effects and immersion I do not feel. Everything is really very simple, and I assure you guys that absolutely everyone can do the same thing. But again, guys, do not take my words so short-sighted, the map is still good, that is, visually and on the idea and implementation of everything is fine, just lacks detail and work primarily with light. I would put it 6 points, not all that bad. 6 is a very high grade and I would not want to downplay the merits of the author. In any case, he did well, but 6 points is the maximum that I am willing to put this map. Download or not your task, but write in the comments your opinion and let's move on to the next map. The next map is the ocean, and the ocean, you could say infinite, of course with its own borders, but still. The idea is absolutely clear, the realization too. Of course I expected more, in general as always, but my expectations are my problems. Overall it's not bad, lots of different interesting textures, the fish kind of swim thanks to parallax again, but it's like there are too many of them and they look very strange somehow. It's basically 2 fish that are reflected and copied between each other. Overall I'd make them a little smaller, there's just basically not enough detail just inherently. It's a little better than the previous work, but I'd give it a 7. Overall, really fun, good, interesting, not bad work that I generally recommend downloading. Really very interesting and not a bad work. Why not? Especially in the endless ocean, it's really funny and cool looking. But in general the fish are really a little bit weird and something in general is missing, maybe not enough more greenery, that is, I would add some algae, perhaps, which would contrast a little bit more. These strange, that as if stalactites, although it cannot be called stalactites, some huge tentacles, which stick out of the bottom also looks quite creepy. There is something to work on, 7 points I would put in this work. Not all bad, the author in any case well done for trying and put his work in the workshop. Leave your opinion in the comments of course, and let's move on to the next work. The next work also intrigued me more, but the texture in general is pretty good. Again, it's something like a test map and I thought that everything will be much more interesting, but it turned out to be a boring work, just an ordinary texture, which is nothing remarkable in essence. How many points to put it I do not know. Perhaps I will put 6 points. Agree, just a texture with some interesting details. So this is a pretty high score. If you drew yourself, it's all good. If you copied from the internet, it's a little worse. Whether you download this map or not, I do not know. See for yourself on the taste and color of the comrade is not. Again, personally I would not download, but if you like this kind of work, then be sure to download. Just if visually you like, then be sure to download. Write in the comments your opinion and let's move on to the next map. And the last map, the weirdest map I've ever downloaded. Again, I found it in a workshop and thought it would be something more interesting. It's basically a transfer of hell from Minecraft to Melon Playground. As soon as I saw it, I thought something cool. Again, there are parallaxes and overall it's not bad. And the darkening of the background, which I also give the author credit for trying a little bit, but overall it looks really weird. I don't know if he drew it himself or copied it from the internet. If he drew it himself, then okay. If he copied it from the internet, then I don't understand why this map is needed at all. I give it again not so much, I give it probably points, but at most 5 because just texture is not the most interesting idea. Okay, but I expected better, guys. Really, I expected better because there are actually some weird moments here that I don't really understand. Again, lava is implemented using acid, using poison. I wouldn't buy this card if I were you, but again, if you like this card visually, why not? I give it 6 points. You can write your opinion in the comments, of course, what you think about it, but this is the end of my video. Thank you all for watching, good luck to everyone, goodbye, and remember, as always, see you the other day.